The arena lights drop to a blood-red haze, and a low orchestral rumble rolls through the rafters like distant thunder over the Kazakh steppe. On the jumbotron, ghosts of violence flicker in slow motion. Janibek Alimkhanuly's left hand detonating on heavy bags, Carlos Galvan's right hook carving shadows through sparring partners. A single spotlight stabs the center of the ring, and the voiceover falls to a whisper that somehow fills every corner of the building. Tonight, the middleweight division anoints its king or burns another pretender. From the endless plains of Kazakhstan, the WBO and IBF unified champion, the man they call Kazakh style, Janibek Alimkhanuly. Across the canvas, the unbroken Colombian storm from Barranquilla, Carlos El Indio Galvan. 12 rounds. One thrown, no mercy. The bell for round one cracks like a rifle shot. Galvan springs forward on cat-quick feet, red and gold trunks flashing under the lights, flicking a jab that snaps Janibek's head back a fraction. The Kazakh doesn't flinch. He advances in a straight line, shoulders square, the way winter comes to the steppe, slow, patient, unstoppable. Galvan circles, peppering that jab, trying to draw a map of the champion's timing. Every punch meets forearms like oak beams. 40 seconds in, Janibek answers with his own jab, not a probe, but a spear. The glove smacks Galvan's nose with a wet pop, and the Colombian's eyes flicker. The crowd sucks in a collective breath. That was no rangefinder. That was a declaration. Galvan fires a looping right that whistles over Janibek's ducking head, the breeze ruffling the champion's hair. The miss leaves an opening, and Janibek punishes it with a short left cross to the body. The thud reverberates through the sound system, a bass note that vibrates in every ribcage. Galvan winces but keeps moving, sweat already beading under the television glare. Janibek's eyes never leave him, dark and depthless. The stare of a man who has read every chapter of violence and added footnotes in blood. The round ends with Galvan's corner shouting rapid Spanish. Janibek's trainer silent, just smearing Vaseline on a cheekbone that has yet to taste real leather. Round two opens with Galvan dipping low and ripping a hook to the ribs. Janibek absorbs it, exhales sharply, then splits the guard with a straight left that cracks against Galvan's mouthpiece. A fine spray of sweat arcs into the spotlights like liquid diamond. Galvan shakes it off and throws a combination. Jab, cross, hook. But Janibek slips the hook and answers with an uppercut that lifts the Colombian's chin toward the rafters. Galvan's knees dip, a heartbeat of weakness, but he clinches before the follow-up lands. The referee breaks them, and Galvan's eyes burn with the knowledge that this is no stepping stone. This is Everest. Round three crystallizes the pattern. Galvan is the matador, darting and weaving, trying to draw blood with quicksilver flurries. Janibek is the bull, plodding forward, letting punches glance off shoulders and arms, waiting for the cape to drop. It drops midway through the round when Galvan overcommits to a right hand. Janibek parries, pivots, and unleashes 3 punches in perfect cadence. Jab to the face, hook to the body, straight left upstairs. The final shot lands flush on Galvan's cheekbone, snapping his head sideways with a sound like green wood breaking. The arena roars, a wave of sound that rattles the steel overhead. Galvan staggers but stays upright, pried a steel cable holding him vertical. He clinches again, breathing hard against Janibek's shoulder, the scent of liniment and adrenaline thick between them. The fourth is a chess match at light heavyweight tempo. Galvan boxes off the back foot, using angles to frustrate the pressure. He lands a crisp 1-2 that opens a thin red line on Janibek's lower lip. The Kazakh tastes copper and smiles, a wolf's grin that says the hunt is young. He cuts off the ring with surgical steps, forcing Galvan to the ropes. There he feints low and explodes upward with an uppercut that lifts Galvan onto his toes. The guard splinters for an instant, and Janibek pours through with a hook that rattles teeth. Galvan clinches desperately, his corner screaming for movement. The bell saves him, but the swelling around his left eye is already blooming purple. Round 5 is the hinge on which the fight swings. Galvan, sensing the tide, gambles on a looping overhand right, a desperate comet meant to end highlight reels or careers. Janibek reads it like a blundered queen, slips inside the arc, and counters with a short left uppercut that detonates on Galvan's chin. The Colombian's legs turn to wet rope. He stumbles backward, arms windmilling. The arena erupts as Janibek stalks forward, eyes blazing. He traps Galvan on the ropes and unleashes a torrent. Left hook to the body, right uppercut straight left to the face. Each punch lands with sniper precision, the rapid thud-thud-thud drowning the crowd. Galvan's knees buckle, but he clinches. Blood now streaming from both nostrils. Galvan's corner pleads for him to endure. His punches have lost snap, footwork reduced to a shuffle. Janibek begins to showboat, a subtle shoulder roll, a smirk after slipping a punch. He lands a 4-punch combination ending with a liver hook that drops Galvan to a knee. The count reaches 6 before the Colombian rises, fueled by something beyond pain. The bell rings and the arena senses the end. Round 10 is the epilogue. Janibek traps Galvan on the ropes from the opening bell, sealing every exit. The Colombian throws a tired jab that Janibek catches, then counters with a left cross that lands with the finality of a gavel. Galvan's legs collapse. He falls face first, one arm draped over the bottom rope like a broken puppet. The referee waves it off without a count. TKO Janibek raises both belts, gold catching the spotlights like twin suns. Galvan, helped to his stool, nods once in respect, face a roadmap of war. The voiceover returns softer, reverent. The Kazakh style remains undisputed. Another warrior falls. Another legend etches deeper into stone. The camera lingers on Janibek's stone-cold face as he stares into the lens. A single word escapes. Next. The lights fade to black. The echo of the final bell lingering like a heartbeat. 20,000 voices rise in a primal chant. Janibek, Janibek, until the arena pulses with the rhythm of a champion's heart.